AKTION REGEN is an association which was founded by Dr. Maria Hensberger. She was a gynecologist now on retirement, and she started this program in Ethiopia. And what motivated her to start such a program, which we call or we term it as an educational program on family planning, was by seeing how women were suffering in Ethiopia. And she came on with an idea that it would be good if women are taught to know themselves so that they can be able to go around their fertility in a way that they can remain healthy despite the challenges of being mothers and wives at the same time.
Family planning services include information,
yes,
and the counseling. It cannot be that somebody comes, gives you all the contraceptives, choose please. This is not foreseen. Family planning services, it includes information, counseling, and of course, a provision of modern contraceptives, condoms included.
Initially, there were taboos about certain words to be used, but these tools are breaking that barrier, and now people are very free to talk about the tools used in relation to family planning.
Currently, this is the advanced rain workers training. So basically, it is about improving the sexual and reproductive health and rights of school-going adolescents, especially from the ages of 9 to 18 years old, to ensure that services are youth-friendly, to ensure that the school environment and the community, the environment in the community and the environment at home will all be supportive of the sexual and reproductive health needs of the adolescents.
The AR training has been beneficial to me in a sense that I'm able to make informed choice as a youth. So basically for me, I think it has been beneficial in my life, and at the same time, I'm happy that also the people that I relate with, or maybe some of my friends, have also gotten information from me, and they're able to make informed choice just the same as me.
This particular training at Panarobi for me is timely because the team at Panarobi is already engaged in issues to do with the young people, their sexuality. They do mentorship programs. So for me, this training for this particular group is an addition to what they're already doing. And I hope that in a few years' time we'll record some improved, we'll see an improvement in the way our youth are handling their issues of sex and reproductive health. So for us to be able to train people to go out as rain workers, to pass on the AKTION REGEN message of having small and healthy, happy families, planning your life from the time you are a young person so that you're not caught up with issues of life. For me, it's very important because then we have a generation we will be able to save.
Madare and its environs, it's like any other informal settlement you'd find anywhere else in this country or anywhere else in the world. So what we see due to lack of resources are all manner of problems. So like you notice there is an issue of education, there is an issue of gender-based violence, there is an issue of sexual abuse, there is environmental issues, there is lack of space for kids to play. What that leads to is, so there is high rate of crime. So all these kind of issues exist in the informal settlements.
We work with samples of 10 schools within Madare and its environs. And this program has been in the school since 2018 until now. Initially, we were working with children. We trained them on the same knowledge. And then on the second phase, we worked with the teachers, and now we are implementing it down to parents. So when we were doing an evaluation or just getting feedback from the schools that we worked with, the report we got was that in those schools that we've imparted the knowledge, there was reduction in the number of pregnancies as opposed to experienced before. For instance, there's a school in Madare that mentioned that before we went to their school, they had an experience of 8 girls being pregnant. But last time when we got into interactions with them, there was none.
We are really happy for the program. We have really benefited from the REGEN workers, and for this matter, the entire school has benefited because of the information we have gotten from them. We will impart the information to the rest of the school and the rest of the community.
AKTION REGEN has been of great benefit to the Madare Children's Fund Nairobi, and it started with AKTION REGEN training REGEN workers on sexual and reproductive health, and then these REGEN workers, they trained schools. They identified 10 schools within Madare, and within these 10 schools, they identified 2 teachers and 2 children who were trained, and then they realized that there was a gap. So they brought in the parents so that there will be continuity. And since family planning starts at the family level. Secondly, the REGEN workers also train the Teenage Mothers Program on sexual and reproductive health. Remember, teenagers, when they come into our programs through the Teenage Mothers Program, we don't want them to get a second pregnancy. So they have to go through that training, very intensive, and make sure that they are informed and they're able to make the right decisions when it comes to family planning. So as part of the induction for the teenage mothers, we have the REGEN workers doing that training on sexual and reproductive health, and then allowing the teenage mothers to make informed decision on which methods they're going to use to prevent a second pregnancy. And this has really worked in ensuring that the teenage mothers complete their courses and they get jobs and they're able to plan for their families. And thirdly, we also use REGEN workers in the reusable sanitary towels program, whereby when we are going out to distribute pads to schools and community, we first train them on sexual and reproductive health before giving these pads. So we make use of the REGEN workers, and this has really worked in ensuring the pads are used in the right way, because sexual and reproductive health also covers menstrual health and understanding the reproductive cycle.
I thank this training because it has helped us a lot to learn more about what we should do better.
kulingana na maisha ya saa hii, ninaona kweli tukiwa overpopulated, nchi pia inakuwa kidogo. Watu wanakuwa na njaa, hawawezi kuwa na chakula ya kutosha. Kwa vile penye wanalima hawana mahali pa kulima basuri, wanaishi kwa plot. Ama saa zingine wanajenga tu, saa zingine korofa, na sisi hatuna pesa ya kutosha. Sasa mimi naona tukiwa na mpango ili upate watoto wachache. Unajua kulingana riga yangu mimi nilikuwa mambo ya family planning haikukua. Lakini kwa sasa ndio nimesoma.
Mimi mzee wangu alikuwa amesema nisae karibu watoto 6, lakini vile rain workers walikuja ameniambia nisae watoto 4. Sasa niko na 3. Sasa karibu naongezea mmoja. Asanteni.
Mimi nilikuwa najua family planning ni ile tu kupata dawa. Sikuwa najua kumbe family planning ni ile kupangia familia yako.
Our young people are going for family method without the right information. I can hear you have got that point very well. Information is very important.
Ujumbe ambao nimepata kupitia kwa Action Regen, family planning imekuwa ya maana kwangu. Nimepata mafunzo kupitia hapa na hata nimeextend mahali nakaa. Kwa teenagers, wanafunzi wa shule, primary, secondary, colleges, vijijini mahali nakaa na kila mahali ninapopita.
Hii knowledge action Regen imenisaidia kwa wingi sababu mambo ya family planning imekuwa ni masomo mengine mzuri sababu imetuwezesha, especially mimi kivyangu niko na family planning, niko na watoto 3, mmoja ako na class 8, mwingine 2, mwingine ako miaka 2. So hao watoto ni rahisi sana kuwa manage sababu wako spaced, alafu mahitaji yao na wamiti bila stress, especially upande ya chakula na mambo ya masomo na afya yao pia naweza kuwa manage vizuri sana bila stress.
Nimefurahi kwa sababu wamenifunza, ninapiga hatua kulingana na program ya family planning. Imefanya jamii yangu imeanza kuwa kustock chakula kwa sababu tumekuwa wachache. Zamani tulikuwa tunazaa ovyo ovyo. Kwa hivyo njaa imeanza kupunguka kwa familia yangu. Ninashukuru, asanteni.
We've conducted an outreach activities in the areas of Bungoma and specifically Trans Nzoia West. And some of the key activities that we conducted with our beneficiaries were to discuss on their life experiences about the Action Regen activities, their challenges, and what they have benefited from these Action Regen activities. We are really humble about our donors for this support because our people are continuing getting this knowledge on family planning, and it is impacting positively on their lives.
Action Regen, we are trying to come up with an idea of telling this community at least we need to have a small family that we can manage, because we see the effect of our dependency where you depend economically. At least we need to do something to be able to take our children to schools and even to be able even to cater for our health of our children.
Oloswa mameta na sinto nitoki yanya ta na kukweta na kimera ingisho ke moya na tene moya nera sasi nako na ina tukushitegemea tumandale na kwa sana sana kwa ndio tunaitegemea naso na maana mimera imeisa kunesoma shule
nani unangara kuniyu ninde maisaidia ye soma ninde masaidia idwa ga shonda chiyongere maidadi mingi.
We are giving information as a chance to the people, the community, especially the young ones, the youth in school, the couples, and the general community, for them to have information, education, and motivation for them to make informed decisions about their future families, so that we can reach more people with this information, and also help them to plan for their families, so that we can contribute to the Millennium Development Goals, the Sustainable Development Goals of in reduction of the poverty index.
Our planning of our future family is to see that we don't bring this child unless we are ready for this child. So family planning in our way of approaching it is about when, who, and if you go back, you can ask yourself why. Why plan for your future family now, knowing very well you are at that stage where you can produce a child.
My son toye amuga ri na koina di ko de la ri ko mo no ise e wona ga anyo to man ngiara ite my son ma me tenge de ba gini jamu ngeri nya na jo ni yo iso mo kiara yo me tenge na o me ko ba gini nya nya mara ta yu ye na ni ni.
From the training we have learned a lot as Dodal Boys High School. We've learned that more about the sexuality of every man, and most of the community in this area are going to try to stop the FGM and all the mistakes they have been doing.
Visiting them back after 10 or so years of bringing this knowledge as a chance to the community, we have seen a progress whereby it made me feel there is hope, and also it made me feel that these people have got this knowledge into their mind and they are working on it. Mr. Lester Linty, welcome to AKTION REGEN as one of our rain workers. Thank you for your time with me here in Doldol. We have managed to train 11 rain workers, and I think with them in future we'll be able to work with them. Thank you. Your supervisor is Mr. David, and together I'm sure we'll be able to bring forward this community. We appreciate you, and here is the certificate to show that you have now become one of us.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much. And as a man, AKTION REGEN welcomes you to be our voice, we women, to our men, to understand this dilemma we go through.
Thank you very much.
As mothers and as their wives.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let women rise. Let women rise.
Let women rise.
Let women rise.
Let women rise.
Maisho ndomono keliapo.
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 Let women rise.
Let women rise.